Hello, everyone. Our group had the opportunity to visit Kobe's Japanese Cuisine here in Fargo, and our group members were Jackson, Tate, Tyson, Andrea, Ethan, and we actually had two Hannahs in the group, so we took the liberty of naming them Hannah number one and Hannah number two for this slideshow, so we do not confuse the audience. And moving on, here we have a map of Japan, which the restaurant of Kobe's originated from. Japan inspired Kobe's, the restaurant, their culture, and the food. Kobe's is located right next to West Acres Mall, so everyone who's living here should pretty much know where that's at. And the actual address is 4228 15th Avenue South, Fargo, North Dakota. And here we have the sign that sits out front of Kobe's. It's pretty hard to miss. It's a pretty big sign. And in the background there, you can see JCPenney's, which is attached to the mall. So yeah, if you see this sign and you're hungry, go ahead and stop at Kobe's. And this here is the main view from the outside of Kobe's. You can see kind of the way the roof is shaped is similar to Japanese architecture. So that's some pretty clear inspiration from the country of origin in Japan. Next, Kobe's hours run Sunday through Thursday from 11 in the morning to 9:30 at night. And then on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, it's 11 in the morning till 10:30 at night. And here you can see Jackson and I taking the picture of the sign, our reflections in the window, and it's honestly a miracle that that window did not immediately shatter when our reflections walked into it, based on how Jackson looks. And this bridge in the koi pond is one of the first things you see as you walk in the restaurant. And this is just kind of a good taste of the ambiance and decor of the whole restaurant, again, stemming from Japanese culture. And we did not have Michael Scott with us on our trip to Kobe's, so no one ended up falling in the koi pond. Here's another good example of the decor that Kobe's has to offer. It's a nice fish tank, just for some nice decoration. And here was a display case of some Japanese antiques, another nice thing to look at as you walk in. And here's some models of some Japanese temples that you can see throughout the restaurant, adding to the decoration and ambiance of Japanese culture. And Kobe's is actually divided into two sections. So there's two main sections of the restaurant. What you see here, is the hibachi grill section where everyone sits around the grill and eats food prepared on the grills in front of them. And the section that is not shown is just a normal sitting area that you'd see in an everyday restaurant where people can order sushi off the menu. And here's a better view of what the grill itself looks like. And this is just one group that sits around the grill and has their food made for them. And to answer your question, no, we do not know these people. And they're probably pretty creeped out by us just taking random pictures of them. Here we have the menu for Kobe's. As you can see, there's several appetizers to choose from, and some sushi bar appetizers as well. Now we're getting into the sushi section of the menu. Here you can also see some soups that the restaurant has to offer, which is fairly common to eat before meals in Japanese culture. And on the bottom of the menu here you can see some of the regular or hand rolls of sushi that Kobe's has. Now on this section of the menu we can see some of the specialty sushi rolls that Kobe's has to offer. Now most of these are maki rolls, and as you can see the prices are a little bit more expensive, but that's simply because the rolls take more time to prepare and there's more care taken in the presentation. And unfortunately, our group didn't have the opportunity to try any of the sushi, but one of our group members, Jackson, had the chance to try the sushi from Kobe's a few days prior, and he really enjoyed it and would recommend it. Now, this section of the menu is the hibachi grill section, from which we ordered. As you can see, you can get chicken, shrimp, steak, scallops, and just a variety of different things. Um, some of the prices vary, obviously, the scallops and steak being some of the more expensive items. The first thing we were served was this mushroom soup that you can see here, which is complimentary with every meal. And it's more of a broth, but it's not very filling, but the flavor is very good, and it's just a nice appetizer to have before the meal. Now here you see some fried rice and noodles. The rice is actually served with every meal, no matter what you order, and the noodles can be ordered with anything. It's just a $2 extra charge. And towards the top of the picture, you can see the yum yum sauce to the left and some ginger sauce to the right. And these are also served with every meal. And the ginger sauce was pretty good, but let me tell you, that yum yum sauce, it is absolutely delicious, okay? And no one would judge you if you were to just simply drink that by itself, because it's that good. Now here's an example of what a completed meal might look like. As you can see, there's some vegetables along with the rice and noodles, and some protein with the steak and scallops. Again, here's an example of a completed plate, but this one is serving the steak and shrimp compared to the steak and scallops. Here's another completed plate. It looks pretty similar to the past couple, except this one has chicken and shrimp, and it does not feature the noodles. Now that we've shown you a couple of vibrant, good-looking plates, here's a plate that is just overall pretty bland looking without any vegetables or noodles. And clearly whoever ordered this meal, Tyson, had no intention of eating his green vegetables and growing big and strong. And here is the final completed plate. Again, pretty similar to the others, this one just with steak and scallops. Okay, and our experience at Kobe's started similar to most restaurants, with a waitress coming out and getting our drink order, and then coming back and taking our food order. But after that is where it switches and becomes a unique experience to Kobe's. The chef came out and had our food and prepared it in front of us on the grill, while also offering some entertainment and making some jokes along the way. And here's just a quick picture we got of our chef as he is in the process of preparing our food. Now, as you can see, the first few items he started with on the grill included the noodles and rice, along with the stir-fry vegetables. And now here's the vegetables. As you can tell, they've been on the grill for a few minutes and are cooking up nicely. Now here is where the entertainment value kicks into high gear, and also where we were lucky to walk away with our eyebrows.
That's funny. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready are you? Okay. Let's go. One. And a two. And a two. And a two. And a three! Oh, yeah. You're the player, right? Okay, so. This player, this is volcano. On the end.
And here you can tell the volcano display has completely obliterated Andrea's mind, as it is now in an entirely new galaxy. And thanks to Tyson's photography skills, Here we have a nice picture of the flames just as the volcano erupts. This next video is another good example of the entertainment that Kobe's has to offer.
What is it? What is it?
Now usually the bottle contains alcohol for customers over the age of 21, but unfortunately for us, our faces did not pass the visual examination and we were given Mountain Dew instead. With all the great aspects Kobe's has to offer, from the entertainment value and the quality of food, it also comes with a price. The receipt you see here is an example of one of the more expensive menu items, the steak and scallops. And overall, as a group, we would recommend Kobe's to go eat at that restaurant. And you should be aware, however, that the prices are going to be a little bit more expensive compared to other restaurants. Despite the somewhat expensive ticket price, we would all highly recommend Kobe's, as we clearly had a great time. The food was phenomenal, and the entertainment adds a whole nother aspect of enjoyment. So this will conclude our review, and everyone should go try Kobe's for themselves.